so how would this benefit you? All right, by knowing all of this, how could it possibly benefit you? Let's look at that. All right, we are in a world where we want to know, how does anything benefit us, right? What's in it for me? So let's answer that question as well. So how does it benefit me? Now, to know what moksha is, which is a very important question, because it's a very popular term. If you Googled moksha, you will see thousands of websites perhaps trying to describe what moksha is. So therefore, it is good to know what it is. To see if I am ready to seek moksha, which is a very important question. And having taught this subject for several years, and one of the things that I've noticed is many people want to seek moksha, but actually they do not know whether they are ready or not. So let me give you an example. Now, sometimes, we are using our mobile phones, all right, our smartphones, and you're talking to someone. And then you tell the other person, you know what, I'm not able to hear you. Can you move somewhere? Can you move to another spot so that I can hear you clearly? And then you realize that the other person is moving to different spots and then different parts of their home or different parts of their place, and yet you cannot hear them. And the reason why you cannot hear them is not because of them, because you are in the wrong spot. You have to move your location to somewhere where your signal is strong. So sometimes we think that we are ready to seek moksha, but actually that is not. Actually, we are not ready. And because we are not ready, we think that the knowledge doesn't work. We think that the teacher is wrong, or we think the shastra is wrong. Shastra here means the text that reveal the wisdom. They are wrong. But sometimes the problem is not with the teacher. The problem is not with the shastra. The problem is within me. Now, I am not saying the teacher has no problems. I'm not saying the shastra that possibly may not be clear, maybe completely clear, perhaps. But what I'm saying is there is a possibility that the problem is within me and the readiness is not there. And that's the reason why it is not working. That's why I gave you the smartphone example. Actually, it's not the smartphone of the other person, it's your phone. You need to move your place. And if you get to the right place, perhaps there would be clarity. And then the third benefit, to know why I'm not experiencing it even after learning it from a teacher. There are many, maybe a few of you in the room today, you have learned this from a teacher. And somehow you feel that you are not experiencing it, which is very, very justified. And it is a very, very good question as well. So we will also, that is also a benefit in that sense, to know why is it that I'm not seeing it. All right, so we'll talk about that. And then lastly, to be able to explain to others, which is also very important. You may not be seeking it, but yet sometimes there could be others who are wanting this as a goal. So to be able to articulate this, to explain this to another person is also a great benefit. So just anyone, I think anyone should know about this knowledge. So that's why this class is meant for everyone. We did not say that you need to usually in the Vedanta classes or topics of moksha, we usually do a proper intake. A proper intake is basically to discuss with a student and spend some time in a conversation to understand their readiness. And then we would normally admit the person into a class. Because you know why? Because we do not want that person to be living a life as if they are in a horrible hell. That's the reason. Now, that's why we need to have this conversation before you enter a class about moksha. And one of the reasons why we are recording this class, so that this class is always available for someone who wants to take this path. In no way am I dissuading you from taking this path. No way am I persuading you to take this path. All that we want to know, all that you want to do in this class is to make you fully aware whether you are ready for this, or with how you can make yourself ready for this, or perhaps just understand what it is. All right, so these are the benefits that we are